Lemonade Mouth is a 2011 Disney Channel original movie about a group of students from different backgrounds coming together to form a band, with which they would use to stick it to the man. While that may seem like a summary of a generic teen movie where a lot of different tropes that make up a movie's core would wind up alienating audience members with how tired they may feel, I can lightly inform you that this movie is way better than it has any right to be. And I just want to do a smaller video talking about it, because even with it being one of the only DCOMs to maintain a lot of its success that it had when it launched in the early 2010s, I think it winds up being a great case study to see what holds up past mere nostalgia. So, let's dive right in, shall we? Hey guys, Editing Phineas here. Spoilers. Yeah. I think one of Lemonade Mouth's defining features is its cast of characters. The group of main kids feel like the genuine misfits in a school that does not care about them whatsoever because of its single-minded pursuit of sports, and while, in all honesty, it's something that's very reflective of reality, not just back when the movie came out in 2011, but even further into today, where a lot of schools care single-mindedly about one factor and everyone else seems to be left in the dust. It ties into a central theme about how high schoolers have all their self-worth placed on one aspect about who they are when that's not who they are as a person, whether it be someone's grades or their athletic prowess or your ability in some sort of a show. This is such a problem that persists in the real world, even into adulthood, that you could deal with yourself, and I think the movie addresses it head-on and very effectively. Another piece of the puzzle that really fits into this too is a lot of Disney Channel original movies tend to ignore certain characters of its main cast, and while in Lemonade Mouth's case there are characters who are more interesting than some of the other main characters, and we'll get into them as this essay goes further, I think all the characters get a lot of time to shine in the spotlight, which is very emblematic of the film's message at its core. But speaking of the characters, let's get into them, shall we? Charlie is the band's drummer, played by Blake Michael, who deals with his parents pressuring him to be good at sports like his older brother. He's kind of the least interesting of all the band members, but he's not really bad, and you're gonna see the pattern soon. Mo is the band's bassist, played by Naomi Scott, who deals with her pressure from her dad to be at the top of her class and accommodate his high standards. She also has a relationship subplot, and honestly, I don't really care about that, but her plot's fine enough. It's just also kind of generic. She gets some good songs. Yeah, she exists. Wen is the nerdy keyboardist, played by a person you should probably not look up, Adam Hicks, whose dad, after a divorce, is dating someone who's in college. His plot's kind of unique for one of these movies, but it doesn't stand out to him on his own as much. I think though he's more interesting for his plots with other characters like Olivia. Speaking of Olivia, she's the band's lead singer, played by Bridget Mendler, and deals way more with a past than anyone else in the movie. Her mom's dead and her dad's in jail, but also she acts as the narrator and guiding voice through the story. And her struggles with social anxiety are one of the biggest plot lines in the entire movie that just works really well, and I am actually really happy about it. And she has a small relationship with Wen that's actually kind of cute, especially for one of these movies where it's just usually like hot guy, hot girl, doot doot doot, Disney movie. Yeah. However, the final band member is the real star of the movie. If you remember anything from Lemonade Mouth, you're gonna be remembering Stella. Stella, played by Hayley Kiyoko, is the band's lead guitarist and the new girl of the school who comes in being a misfit in both the school's ecosystem and her home environment with her ultra-smart parents. While narratively Olivia is the main character, in the world of the film, Stella has the main character energy. She manages to be the guiding glue at keeping the entire band together, as well as a firecracker who starts the school's social revolution. Another thing that's very notable about her character is her subtle context that she gets. She's rather queer-coded for when it comes to Disney, and she's also implied to have some sort of a learning disability, which she has in the book the film is based on. She shares a lot of the time with the main characters, but every single second she's on screen, Hayley Kiyoko steals the entire show. The only non-band members that really matter to the movie are the school's music teacher, Miss Resnick, who fills the role of being a classical mentor to the plot. Then there's Scott Pickett, Mo's boyfriend and member of Lemonade Mouth's rival group, Mudslide Crush. At the end of the movie, he pulls a heel-faced turn and joins Lemonade Mouth. The final character of note in this movie is the antagonist, Principal Brennigan. Played by Christopher McDonald, Brennigan plays the villain in an enjoyably evil light, But his constant malice to the school, not just being sports, is a really interesting foil to the main group of kids, but specifically Stella. He's not as much of a character as a stand-in for the mindset that the film is fighting against, but he does the job really well and it makes an enjoyable presence whenever he's on screen. So getting back to it, a lot of Disney Channel original movies fail to capture a lot of teenage issues that well. It's usually just about kids with some really special talents coming together to find themselves and be a star, you know, the Disney brand. And while the group of characters in this film do find success, Lemonade Mouth ultimately feels like an earn your happy ending situation, which is really refreshing knowing a lot of the genre tropes where characters come off as unsympathetic brats. All of these things are elements of a really good teen movie, but there's one thing that really stands out about it, especially the songs bop hard. While personally a lot of these songs didn't stick in my head when I was younger, after rewatching the film, a ton of them really started to stand out. Determinate is the frontlining song of the entire film, with its beat bopping really hard, and it's a great piece for the entire ensemble of the main cast, and it just really pops off. Naomi Scott's solo, She's So Gone, is one of the other best melodies in the movie, and it's no wonder Disney would continue to work with her, even going as far as to cast her as Jasmine in the 2019 Aladdin. Going into the other songs, Somebody's a fun solo for Olivia, More Than a Band is a lovely down-tempo song in the film, Don't You Wish You Were Us and The Crowd Goes are very fun villain songs for the rival band, Turn Up the Music kickstarts the film very well, and I could go on. Even if you don't have time to watch a full movie or DCOMs really aren't your thing, you should definitely listen to the soundtrack. It's only 30 minutes and all the songs are a great ride, so it's definitely going to be worth your time in the end. But want to know what would be quicker? Subscribing to my channel, so you can get all these cool little video essays that I'm going to be putting out. If you don't think that my videos will continue to interest you, I just went from talking about Ice Age to Lemonade Mouth. So, you know, whatever topic comes next, it's gonna be a bit of a surprise. Sorry guys, my YouTuber brain just took control of my body there. Let's finish this bad boy. I think Lemonade Mouth has remained so relevant over time through people going back and noticing how well it's held up. Because when you look back at a lot of the media you consume as a child, it definitely feels worse to the adult brain looking at it again. But so many of the aspects that make this movie still stick, plus the continual nostalgia from a now aging 2000s kids, is probably going to keep this movie relevant for years to come. But also, there's not many other movies that tell you to fight the power and drink lemonade better than this. Going as far as to cast her as I am in word funk. This is my life now! Thank you guys for watching the video till the end. If you've made it to the end of the video, leave a comment and mention that you didn't drink the Kool-Aid, you fought the power and drank lemonade. Because around these cold winter nights, we all need some lemonade.